Wow, my hair looks... What is...
You can't complain about your hair. My hair is worse.
Oh, so hey, remember us? So, you just...
That is the world telling you to shut up.
Ow. Bit my lip. But anyway, so thank you for watching the Philippines vlogs because they were super fun to relive. It is now how many weeks into the future? We got back from the I got back from the Philippines on the 10th. You got back on the what, 14th?
14th.
And that was like an expedited process thanks to Mikey and RJ. Because otherwise you would have been stuck there for weeks trying to replace. And that is Susie's blinds. We are at Susie's place. But announcement before we get into other stuff. We just got it approved for an apartment.
Now we don't know how we're gonna pay for it.
So keep watching. It's free for you, but it pays our rent. So anyway, so we got back from the Philippines June 10th and June 14th. It is now August 6th. So that was pretty much 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And in those 2 months, we have done a lot of things. We drove across the country because right now we are in LA. Why did I say that? LA. We came from New Jersey. So I was so stressed out, and now like the huge burden is off of me. So I feel like my brain doesn't know what to do.
English is not his first language.
No, fail is.
I thought it was Simlish, but
those vlogs, the road trip vlogs, will be up next after this video. And sorry, I'm rambling so much, but things that were then. Okay, don't. We got to LA on the 25th, I think it was. And then there was VidCon, and that vlog actually went up before any of the other ones because that makes sense.
Putting it up.
You may have seen that already. And then we came to Susie's after we left Anaheim, which I think was July 1st or 2nd, which was a little over a month ago. And during the past month, it has been insane because I had fraud on my debit card, and we had no money for 3 weeks because that's how long it took to be corrected. Because on the same day that I had debit card fraud, a credit card separate app that I was using glitched out and paid my entire balance. I don't know if you saw the Soundly Awake video that I did on this subject, but this just in case you haven't. So I was negative for 3 weeks until all of that stuff was corrected. This lighting is very blue. Anyway, so we've been looking at places, and finally we got approved for the only one we applied for, so that worked out. And yeah, now let's get to the Philippines questions, shall we? Is canola now like the official ship name? Sure. I'm gonna burp.
No.
It's gone. So Cyril asked, have you left already? If not, any last minute fan meetup in Manila? Yes. We left. We had a meetup on June 7th. Is that when it was?
June 7th.
So
it's a bit late.
If you have a TARDIS, you can time travel. Or, I mean, we're gonna go back to the Philippines at some point. So I'm sure, like this past one, we will announce when we're having a meetup everywhere possible. So Jessica asked, do you want to go back and visit again? Yes.
No.
You know some people don't understand sarcasm, right? Did the poverty enhance or change your perceptions of the country? I mean, well,
more for you.
I don't know. I think the part that was like culture shocky, I guess, was the fact that there was poverty right next to affluence, like adjacent. I don't know how that works. Like there's a huge mansion that looks amazing next to like a little shack with a tin roof, and I have no idea how that works out like that. But all of the places that we stayed were we're not that impoverished.
Yeah, except for Cavite.
Yeah, but we only went there for the day to visit your dad.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah.
I guess mostly because of people in the Philippines tend to work overseas, so it could be like they were all the same state when they first started, and then that certain family has one family member moved overseas and started working and was able to send more money or income, and that house in that little ratty neighborhood became really nice. So.
Mrs. B asks, since you're not a native of the Philippines, okay, so that's for me again, did you feel safe on your vacation? I actually, you know, despite 2 thieves on the trip stealing my camera the first time and our backpack with all of our crap in it the second time, I felt safe. Like, I felt safe the entire time pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like there was no time where I was like, uh-oh, I'm worried. But I guess that was the bad thing because that's when people stole my shit. Carolina asks, which food/meal did you enjoy the most? That's hard. What are you doing? Tell me, what are you doing? I had a spiritual experience with the mais con hielo. That wasn't a meal. It was like a dessert, but I'd never had it before. And it was never something that I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to try that. It's like, what? Cornflakes, ice, condensed milk, and
evaporated milk.
ube ice cream.
Ube ice cream. But I keep telling you before, like, I like this, you know, certain dessert, mais con hielo, and you were just like, eh.
I'm like, corn?
Corn on dessert? Eh.
But then I ate it, and I lived for it. Meal? I don't know. Well, actually, Kalui in Palawan. That was probably... Hey, blinds, you want to stop? Hakuna your tatas. Thank you everyone who commented that phrase on my how to tell someone to calm down video because it's my new favorite.
Which one?
Hakuna your tatas.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing.
Actually, Jet Boys was one of the most memorable meals.
Oh really?
Yeah, those, because it was very like...
That's the one I was less excited about, I guess.
The Jet Boys one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because that one was very unadulterated and it was just very local, and that's why it was amazing.
Bara said, is there anything...
Oh, sorry. The food tour.
Oh, the food tour! Oh my gosh, that's not even up yet. So,
yeah.
The... What, El Nido Rule of Yum
El
food
Nido
vlog
Rule
is going up today.
And then next week...
Next Wednesday, you will see the food tour that we did in Manila with the same tour guide that took Anthony Bourdain around Chinatown
in Manila.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Please watch that. I'm gonna put a link to Rule of Yum as always, but if you're not subscribed, please do that. Not only will your answers keep me safe, but I know never to make the same mistake again. Not only will Ken love you forever because that's his pride and joy, that channel, but you also get to see really delicious things all the time, whether Ken is cooking it or just eating it. So
it's a win-win. It's food porn.
The spring rolls.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. The spring rolls.
Okay, we need to stop because we don't want to give anything away. Bara asked, is there anything you'd do differently if you were planning the trip again now? I don't think so. I don't know. Oh, no. Maybe I wanted to spend a little more time around, like, Iloilo.
That's what I was thinking too.
And also Taguig. Global City.
Yeah, Global City. Definitely a little bit more time in Iloilo. Probably because like we did a lot of islands, like a lot of like beaches and stuff like that.
Yeah, we did super like touristy stuff, which was amazing. But next time I want to do more,
just being there, kind of stuff. Or at least give a week of it, because like the last 4 days that I was there, I didn't vlog anything. I didn't have the camera, so sorry.
Yeah, but that's the other thing that sucked is because the camera was stolen.
Yeah.
You guys missed seeing 3 full days from that footage.
God. Yes, because
that was Bacolod.
The Bacolod footage
and the ruins.
The ruins was amazing. That's probably my favorite place in the world.
I almost cried because I was so distraught that you guys weren't going to get to see that.
Yeah.
And then of course when the charger got stolen from the GoPro, we couldn't vlog anything. We had to save it for the meetup and the food tour.
Yeah.
So luckily it lasted through that, but it died like right after.
Because yeah, that 4 days that I was there, it was just kind of just hanging out, and Mikey was able to like show me around the city, and that was like the greatest thing ever. And I took public transportation when I was there, so it was great. I felt like such a local.
You are a local.
No, from that area,
Manila,
like
yeah.
Manila.
One of the most asked questions was definitely how much did it cost, and how did we plan it? So we can answer those together, like in the same chunk. Kristle, actually Ken's cousin, planned pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Except for the flight there. She, with the help of a tour guide that she knew, I guess someone else.
May. If you want to go do the same thing as we did, I'm gonna put her information at the end of the video, and we'll
Yeah.
And
Well, we'll
maybe
put it
here too.
in the description box so you can see.
May planned Palawan. She's our contact for Palawan. She was the one who planned Puerto Princesa, the hotels.
And we were there for 6 days.
6 days, and with the what's that? 17,000 pesos. I don't know how much it is in dollars.
Let's see. I think it's $390. But it was the whole Palawan trip, as in 6 days, including the flights.
Including the flights
from Manila to Puerto Princesa.
Yeah.
Was $388.
Okay. So it's $380. That included our hotel, our transportation, our breakfast, our lunch. All we had to worry about is dinner, really, and our activities are covered, and everything else is covered. So
yeah, all like everything you saw us do except for dinner, was all included in that $388 price per person for that entire week on Palawan. Oh, let's backtrack. The flight there from the U.S. was the most expensive part. That was the most expensive. 1,000 or 1,100 something, or what?
That was 1,200 each for each.
1,200. That
was.
I think it was like 1,190 something.
But I'm pretty sure you could get a flight for like $900.
Yeah.
If you look early enough.
We actually missed a flight on, I think, China Air.
Yeah, for like
that was $900 a person, and we waited too long. It was like a week later or something.
Yeah. Quick tip: if you're buying flights, do it
Tuesday
Tuesday nights. That's the cheapest. Boracay, my cousin Kristle is the one who planned it. Everything.
It's way easier to plan a vacation in another country when the person you're traveling with lives in that country.
Yeah, because then she was able to scour the hotel over there, and Mr. Holidays where we stayed at, and it was really cheap.
How much was all of Boracay? Boracay, we were there for 5 days, I think, right?
Okay,
or 4 days?
Yeah,
I forget.
4 days, and I'm pretty sure it was three.
Was it 8,000?
No, it was 6,000 pesos for each of us.
6,000, including the ride from Iloilo to...
and our hotel and everything.
Okay, and that was for all of Boracay?
Yeah.
And including all the activities, like the sunset cruise, the island hopping.
Because the island hopping, sunset cruise, I think all the activities in
$136.
And all the activities for one day, the whole day that we did activities on, from ATV, sunset cruise, and all that stuff. I think it was like 3,500 pesos. So, and then the rest is just on our hotel.
All of Palawan and Boracay, minus dinners, which we'll get to food, how much food was in a second, was about 520 something.
Yeah.
So 520 plus 1,200, 1,720 a person.
Yeah, 1,720 a person.
An expensive dinner, like Katlao, was like 400 pesos a person.
Yeah, 400 pesos a person.
Which is only like $9, $8 or $9.
Yeah.
And then stuff that we got a lot of, like fruit shakes, were something like 70 or 80 pesos.
100 in some places, but
it's like 43 pesos per dollar. So that's less than $2 for a fresh fruit, amazing shake that I wish we had readily available everywhere in the United States. Probably between the both of us, the entire trip was under 5,000.
Yeah. Right about 5K. That's what.
And we.
But that 5K is our flights from here to the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's
2,400 already.
That's our stay in Manila. Our flights from Manila to Iloilo. That's our flight from Manila to Palawan. Our Boracay trip is in there. Our Bacolod trip is in there. Like everything, that whole span that we did for a month, basically like almost a month in the Philippines.
3.5 weeks.
Was 5K for both of us. People go on vacations for 2 weeks in St. Martin or something for 10K each, so...
I want to know those people. So, I mean, all in all, the trip was amazing. I'm glad we went on it.
It was an awesome trip, and I wish I could come back, but gotta save up again. So maybe next time we're gonna go to a different country. Maybe it's in your side of the pond.
What if we, like, did a travel show, and we did meetups in every place that we visited?
Anybody got dimes for that?
Well, if you guys want to contribute to Ken's Patreon, we can do more travel food vlogs. If you guys like the food vlogs, definitely check out Ken's Patreon. There are rewards there. Thank you for watching. There will be more, so stay. And there's more on Ken's channel, youtube.com/ruleofyum. So, links in the description box. And we heart you. And Warden doesn't even want to get up and say anything. Come on. Come here. He's not going to come. Well, bye.
Bye.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?